Delhi, the local mean time exactly, although in watches we take it as 12 hours wherever we will be in India. Now let me talk about dashas in Hindu astrology. There are many types of dashas prevalent in India, but Vimshottari Dasa is the correct dasha. All other dashas do not give any results, only Vimshottari Dasa gives result. And Vimshottari is a Sanskrit word. Vimshottari means 120. So every planet contributes certain years in this Vimshottari Dasha. Ketu contributes 7 years. Venus contributes 20 years. And Sun 6 years. Moon 10 years. Mars 7 years. Rahu 18 years. Jupiter 16 years. Saturn contributes 19 years. And Mercury is the last, contributes 17 years in total. That is 120 years in total. You can calculate and it will come to 120 years. So this is nothing dasha, but also the order of the nakshatras. I'll explain later. It is also the order of the nakshatras. We must remember this order of the dasha. When we'll be using this dasha, this order will be important. I'll explain it further. So this is Vimshottari Dasha. And if we say that a person will get married, say a person is 20 years of age, so normally he will get married from 20 to 40 years of age. So predicting that the person will marry in 20 years if Venus is positive for marriage, I think it is too long, a big span to predict, and is of no use to predict like this. So we can make a shorter periods of this Venus and other planets, and that is called the Bhukti Dasha or the Antar Dasha. This is called the Dasha or called the Major Dasha, and sometimes called the Mahadasha also. So this Dasha or Mahadasha, some people call as the Major Dasha. It means the same. There is no difference. Now I'll go to the smaller period called the Antras or the Bhuktis. So Bhukti is called in South India and Antra is considered as in Northern India. Right? So I'll go to the Antardasha now. So now we know that Ketu contributes 7 years in the Vimshottari Dasha. So there will be 9 Antardashas in Ketu main Dasha. Now according to the rule, first Antardasha of Ketu will be of Ketu. First Antardasha will be of Ketu in Ketu Dasha, then of Venus, then Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury. The order is the same as that of the Vimshottari Dasha that I had already told you. Now how much will be that period? There is a formula to this, that Dasha period is of Ketu, Dasha of Ketu is 7 years and Antar is 7 years. Then we will multiply 7 into 7, that comes to be 49. So we will make a 4 and unit place we will multiply it by 3, so that comes to 4 months and 27 days. So that way you can calculate all these Dasha periods, the Antar Dasha periods, and you can get the results, and the total will be 7 years. So there is a table given in the ephemeris and many other books in astrology, so you do not require to remember this formula or whatever. This formula is actually simple. It comes from that Ketu Antar in Ketu Dasha is equal to 7 over 120. Then the answer will come in years, as it will come same as 4 months and 27 days. Right? So now, if I am talking about Ketu Venus, this will come to be around, not around, exactly 14 months. So if we are predicting something, for that something will happen in 1 hour, 2 months, 1 year, 2 months, or for a bigger dashas like Venus and Jupiter Dasha, Venus is 20 years and Jupiter is 16 years. So Venus is Dasha and Jupiter's Bhukti, it will be long, 32 months. So we predict something for 32 months is a long period. So we again cut into shorter periods and it's called the Pratyantar Dasha, right? So after this, now let us understand what is Pratyantar Dasha, and we use this Dashas only, the Dasha, Antar and Pratyanta, nothing else. Then we go to transit to pinpoint an event of life. As you see, Pratyantar Dasha, it is again 9 subdivisions in the Antar Dasha of the same order of the Vimshottari Dasha. Ketu, Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury. And if it would have been Ketu, Venus, then it would have been Ketu, Venus, Venus, then Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury and Ketu, the same order of the Vimshottari Dasha. So how we calculate this is 7, you know, and then 7 and then 7 over 40. The answer will come in days. So this comes to be 343 over 40. So in days it will come, say, around 8 days and some hours. For it's a 32 and 6, around 6, 8.6 days approximately. So you can further multiply by 24 hours to calculate how many hours. This is approximate, you know. And if the actual formula is concerned, then the Pratyantar Dasha is, this is shortcut method, 7 over 120 into 7 over 120 multiply 7, the answer will come in whatever x years, and this x years will be nothing. If we calculate in days, that will come same in 8.6 days. So this is Pratyantar Dasha. So in South India it is called Dasha Bhukti Antar. In North it is called Dasha Antar Pratyantar. And we also say, normally we don't use it, but it is also said that the main Dasha, Sub-Dasha or the Sub-Sub-Dasha, or main period, sub-period or sub-sub-period. So this was all about the Dasha, Vimshottari Dasha, how it is calculated, what it means, and the events will take up like this. Means if Ketu is positive for something and Venus is positive for the same thing, then the Ketu Venus period, Ketu Dasha, Venus Antar Dasha, the event will happen, and then we have to see the Pratyantar. Whichever Pratyantar is also positive, the event will happen into that Pratyantar, say Ketu Venus Sun or Ketu Venus Moon, whatever. So this is what about Dasha Antar Pratyantar. Let's go further in this basic course. Now in all the astrologies, including the Hindu astrology, the planets are lord of certain signs. Now Sun is the lord of the Leo sign, is the 5th sign, you know, of the zodiac. Moon is the lord of Cancer. Mars has 2 signs, Aries and Scorpio. So Mars is the lord of 2 signs. Similarly, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury and Venus are also lord of 2 signs. Jupiter is of Sagittarius and Pisces. Saturn is Capricorn and Aquarius. Mercury is Gemini and Virgo. Venus is Taurus and Libra. So you have to remember